All right. The fuck is up, Denny's?
The fuck is up, Denny's? Glad to be here, Trevor.
I'm also glad to be here, Chris. Took us long enough, but
yeah,
figured it out.
1 year in the making, about. So how'd this journey start?
I think it started from just you and I hanging out on the porch, and then
Getting fucked up and
joking around,
just screwing around, coming home after work, and then just being exhausted but doing nothing but just drinking and hanging out, playing guitar and harmonica.
smoking, and sometimes random people would join us, and
Special guests.
oh yeah, and we had enough people tell us we were funny that we got the idea. I think also because you were listening to Bonfire, Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, shout out Bonfire and Legion of Skanks.
Also,
couple of the best podcasts in the world.
Also, shout out to Trailer Park Boys and their podcasts.
Hell yeah! Shout out Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, also inspired us. Yeah, I think we just decided one day to, about a year ago, to make it happen. I think it was exactly a year ago, actually, where we had our Mother's Day mushroom adventure. It was like a year ago, like today.
Yeah.
This was right around Mother's Day.
Yeah,
we did it on Mother's Day, and today is Mother's Day.
Yeah, we had went out. I'd gotten some mushrooms. We ate some. We planned like a whole day out. We brought snacks. We brought raspberries and strawberries.
Yep.
And just
some
all sorts of stuff to help with the trip, you know?
Yeah.
And we hiked to the graveyard. We went through the graveyard for a little bit. There's a graveyard not too far from here.
That's the one I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
Drugs in the graveyard. Yeah.
But after, I guess 40 minutes of walking, it started to happen.
We'd also had the talk from Chris about seeing the silver squirrel.
Okay, we got to give a little context to old man Chris, though. They don't know who he is.
60-year-old man from the Eugene area. Used to be a landscaper in the 80s.
Why are you sounding like you're putting out an APB on him? 60-year-old man used to be a landscaper in the 80s.
White male.
White male.
5'10", blue eyes, slight hunch, usually wears a blue, white, and red sweatshirt.
Yeah, Chris
size 9.5 feet.
Chris was an older gentleman that moved in upstairs from us at the old apartment complex we lived at.
Alder Street,
and he was an old drunk that liked to hang out with us because we were the young drunks.
We were the young lions.
I guess he saw a bit of us in himself, yeah, or a bit of himself in us. That's it. Other way around.
Well, it's a good thing he wasn't in us, so we were in him. That'd be a little Catholic for me.
I don't like it, man. I don't like
a little
it.
Catholic for me.
So, yeah, but he became a quick friend. He, hung out. We had dinner with him. He's a good dude. He's just an old guy that's on, he's got a few more years probably. He's kicking around.
Maybe 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, something like that. But he's a good friend, and he's just a little bit of an old drunk, but he told us that day to watch out for the silver squirrel, and we didn't know what that meant at all.
No idea.
But, fast forward, we were walking to this park, and we ended up beside the park in a really nice neighborhood with just backpacks.
Too nice.
Too nice for us.
These dirty blue-collar guys.
Yeah, just backpacking through a really rich neighborhood.
I saw the guys do the excavating, and I remember I said to you, I was like, hey, Chris, if anyone gets suspicious, we'll just join them. Like, yeah, we're part of the crew. We just grab a shovel real quick. That was my plan. In my drugged out mind, I'm like, I'll just grab a shovel and I'll have Chris hand me shit. We're like, yeah, boys, we're the new help that showed up today. Like, who are you? Like, shh, don't worry about it.
Wait, we didn't even introduce ourselves. We got to do a quick introduction.
All right. I'll introduce you first.
All right, and then I'll introduce you second.
So we got Chris Evans. Not the Captain America.
No, I play him in the later years.
Yeah, he plays the later years.
I put on some weight, and my wife's beating me down a little bit.
And years of substance abuse and personal trauma has caused him to become...
I got PTSD, man. All the fighting. You know, they never talk about that with superheroes. All the PTSD.
I mean, Thanos, fucking Rachel Ray. I mean, all these supervillains.
Thor's just always sleeping good? I don't think so.
No, he's showed him when he was having issues. He was drinking too much because he had fucked up Thanos, but a lot of his friends had died. But yeah, you're gravel shits because
gravel shits.
That'd be your superpower to just like if we're in a stuck out and we need an island, like Chris, shit us an island. You just shit us an island, we'd be fine.
The whole gravel shits thing started because I was drunk one night and I told Trevor I eat rice raw. And he's like, "You're just gonna shit rocks tomorrow," and I'm like, "Yeah, they call me gravel shits." And the name was born, and it's stuck. It's not my favorite name, but it's stuck.
Gorgeous George isn't mine, but I'm Trevor Ahlstrom. I'm called Gorgeous George because Chris one day, old Silver Squirrel, Chris Kennett, aka Silver Squirrel, said,
now back into Chris.
Yeah, said that I looked like Gorgeous George, and we learned about him, and he was a famous wrestler in the 40s and 50s. And
professional wrestler.
Yeah, he helped inspire like Hulk Hogan and a lot of the other guys to be all dramatic and theatrical, and he would dress always very elegant. He would have like a servant.
You're always on the screen, man, or you're always on the theater. You know?
To be or not to be? That is the question. People's elbow. Nah.
It's all a drama. Yeah, but this is our podcast. 2 Lonely Boys in a Canoe. We're glad you can join us.
Plus special guests.
We're always trying to get special guests on here. We'll have to have more of them here soon. Right now, our special guest is a joint. Hello, nice to meet you.
Howdy ho, children.
Oh no, you can't steal South Park shit. It's copyrighted, man. It's copyrighted.
But we steal shit all the time.
Yeah, that's how we roll, man. Because we're renegades.
Wanna get high?
No, man. I just want to stay high. Yeah, no. So the whole idea for the podcast again, pardon the French.
Blah, 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 French.
Yeah, what's up, Hannibal?
What's up, Hannibal Burst?
Yeah, it became me tripping out in this nice neighborhood saying that we don't belong here. It's too fancy for us, and we need to leave. So as we're leaving the nice neighborhood and getting back to the park, we run into a silver squirrel. It was an old gray squirrel, but you know.
I thought we saw him in the graveyard.
It was over by the park. Yeah, it was the first thing we saw.
I was already
tripping. And then it was
tripping
all
at that
downhill
point.
from there. So I'll tell my side of the story first,
Go ahead.
then you tell your side of the story.
All right, go ahead.
So at a point, I started getting really anxious because mushrooms.
We had separated.
Mushrooms are a bitch.
Context. You and I separated.
Well, what ended up happening was I told Trevor that I think we should split up, divide and conquer. And Trevor was not wanting to. He was like, "No, man, it's just the mushrooms." And I'm like, "No, this isn't working for me. I got to go somewhere safe." And so we kind of sat there and ate for a little bit, and then we left out.
Tried to look at the map.
Yeah.
We were too fucked up to use the map.
I was looking down at my phone, and everything was just vibrating, so I couldn't see my phone. So I tell him, I'll see you back at the apartment, and I head off. And then on my trip over, I am just so anxious and nervous. And I am walking with my phone, but I can't see anywhere where I'm going, so I'm just looking up like a wandering person just every 2 seconds. And I go by this softball stadium. It's over by the university. Yeah. And as I'm going by, there's a security guard smoking a cigarette, and he looks right at me, and I go, "How you doing?" And he just kept looking at me. He didn't care at all. And I was like, "Oh, that was awkward." And I just had to keep moving.
Just say that out loud.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey there.
I wanted to seem normal, you know.
At least you weren't dressed up like a clown and had a red balloon popping out of a sewer. Hey!
I wanted to seem normal. Anywho, made it home, staggered home, and then started watching stand-up comedy, actually, and fell into a really nice little hole where I was tripping and watching stand-up comedy and just laughing.
Nice.
Yeah. And then eventually Trevor showed up.
Yeah.
So what happened to you?
So I decided, fuck the map. I'm just gonna follow my spirit animal at that point. And so I wandered around. I remember this really cute redhead chick. I drove by and just smiled at me because I'm just standing there with my glasses, my cool guy shades up, my eyes as big as saucers, like.
Context, Trevor always thinks he's got cool guy shades. They don't make him look any cooler, but he swears by them.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit.
He swears by them.
They say lives. Anyways, so here I am just trying to be a cool guy doing cool things, trying to be cool.
What's up, Hannibal?
Hannibalverse. Sorry, Hannibal, we steal a lot of your shit.
Nah, we're not stealing. We're just borrowing. You can have it back.
We love you, bud. But anyways, so I decided to keep wandering up this hill, and the neighborhood gets even nicer, and the hills start to get really steep. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot how steep this gets. And this is when COVID was still, right in the middle of COVID. So they wanted you to, there were signs everywhere to like have a mask on even though you're outside and it was apart.
Of course.
So I decided for shits and giggles, I put a bandana on. I felt like I was back on the fire crew again. Wildland fire crew, because you'd have to wear bandanas when smoking.
Sure.
But I was tripping out and like, oh man. And I at least don't have a blast key or a saw this time. And I'm just like going around all zigzaggy. And these old ladies with these like fancy dogs and their fancy walking clothes, and they had like little hiking poles and shit.
Yeah,
and
they're trying to get some exercise in.
Yeah, and they see me just flying by them, and I'm pounding beers with a bandana, like partway down, just looking.
I forgot that you brought beer.
Yeah, I had my backpack full. I had 18 beers in that bitch.
That's so ridiculous.
I had an 18 pack in that, and I literally had it open so I could just do this and just pull it out, and I would just pull my bandana and pound beers.
I specifically made sure I didn't drink too much that day because I knew the mushrooms were going to be the thing I wanted to be involved in. The problem when you drink too much and you do mushrooms is they fight.
Yes.
And you'll end up having a bad trip. You'll end up puking, guaranteed. Yeah. I've never drank and did mushrooms like both together well. It never ends well for me.
That's why I just did beer. I didn't do liquor.
Yeah.
Because I learned the hard way. I remember doing that one time where I just...
You're going to learn the hard way.
I didn't know I could puke so much.
Oh,
yeah.
I
did. But I didn't really puke this time. I just felt really good. And, I was sweating bullets, and I kept shooting around, and at one point I heard this like helicopter around. I thought it was the cops. So I was like, oh, the time cops are after me. So I get like going around up and down these hills, and eventually I made it back to the park. I was like, oh, I'm clear. And I just damn near sprinted like through there, and then the softball game was over at that point. At that point it was just a bunch of dudes standing around the soccer field just blasting like shitty radio pop rap.
Yeah.
Like Drake.
What's up, Drake?
What's up, Drake? Exactly.
What's up, Drake?
So I was like, this is dumb. And I just walked back. And I remember I was sweating, and I kept feeling like someone was watching me or right behind me. It's like, I have to get back to Chris. And I just was like, mission. And I had put the bandana away at this point.
And just started walking back?
Yeah, as fast as I could. And then to speed walking. Just like when I crossed the street, just like,
yeah.
And I got back, and I remember I pounded your door. I'm like, bro, this shit happened out here. I remember the look on my face. I was like,
yeah,
I was just pouring sweat.
I remember coming outside because you knocked on the door, and I knew exactly who it was. I was like, it's Trevor. Hey, it's hit him. Because it was messing me up.
The adrenaline, I had an adrenaline dump, and that mixed with the booze and the shrooms. So I was just like, I was ready to fight a lion with a plastic spoon. I felt like at that point, just like, what the fuck is up?
Yeah, no, I remember coming to the door and being like, how you feeling? And we were both doing great. And then
we did.
I think we did our own thing for a few hours. And then came back together and hung out.
A little more calmed down.
Yeah. It took a while because we had both gone through we were going through a big experience at the same time.
We also did tie-dye that weekend. I think it was the next day we did tie-dye, but...
It was no. It wasn't the next day. It was like a week or two later.
It was around that time.
Yeah.
But we, I remember as we were hanging out, I was listening to some like old English punk rock. Oi, oi, oi!
Yeah.
Just some of that, like the Subhumans. And I remember old man Chris came out, checked how we were doing. And I remember he just shook his head when he saw how we were doing. He was like, "You boys."
And I was like, we saw it. We saw the silver squirrel.
He's like, "Really?"
He's like, "Really?"
Hell yeah. I was just like, hell yeah. Just way too intense for the moment.
It's hilarious because it's like the silver squirrel became a symbol for that complete trip. Like the second we saw that silver squirrel, it was all like uphill from there.
Whoa, literally, kept going uphill.
Oh man, it was awesome. It was a great trip.
And I remember I was like doing some wood carving, and I played loud music. And I remember it was Mother's Day, and I remember the apartments across the way from us with the college students. There were some hot girls with some hot moms.
I could not talk to anybody on my way home. I was just scared. I got into some weird hole where I thought everybody knew I was tripping. And that's something that you hate when you get into that hole where you're like, everybody knows.
Super paranoid.
And I saw a cop. I saw two cops with their lights go by and a fire truck, and that just scared the shit out of me.
Your heart was racing.
What's happening?
We know what you did, Chris, in 1962. We know what you did.
I wasn't even born back then.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
We know your time.
You're getting framed for it, and it's like, no.
We know it was actually a setup by Martha Stewart the whole time, and Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
We had to bad cop the hell out of Martha. It didn't work. Ended up she was the tough one. We bad copped the hell out of Snoop, and he folded like a piece of paper.
Well, she's done more time in the pen than he has, so.
Can you imagine that, like, reversal? Is that, like, Snoop's the pussy and Martha's the hard ass?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's the one that makes the knife out of the Lay's chip bag and just has it ready for that.
Martha's pretty gangster. And the only reason we know she's a cool person is because of Snoop Dogg. He, like, introduced the world to Martha Stewart after her show. Because she had a whole line before that.
Well, yeah, and she had just gotten out of prison a few years before.
Yeah, and she became famous because she went to prison.
Yeah.
Well, she became more famous, I believe. She had the biggest or it was like daytime housewife show or something.
Yeah, and the whole thing was not paying the government tax evasion and also just some like insider trading shit.
She had a friend of a friend that told her something about a stock and she put some money into it
and made money.
And apparently that's illegal, but that doesn't surprise me at all that there's a law against some of the things that all people do.
But the fact I also do think it is a little biased, like that this woman who does this, seen as the goddess of house moms, housewives, is making all this money and empire. So I noticed, there's other people that are guilty too, but they're like, we're gonna make this bitch fucking pay.
We're gonna make her pay. But
we're making an example of her.
You wanna know why they went after her?
Why?
Money.
Well, of course.
She had money and she had a lot to lose. So
she had a reputation.
Let's knock her down a few pegs.
Let's teach this bitch the lesson here.
Yeah, and that's the problem, man. They shouldn't have taken Martha out. They should have just let her keep going. She could have had an empire of stocks. But she could have been the Lady Warren Buffett. Who is the Lady Warren Buffett? Who's the richest woman in the world? That's a crazy one. It's probably Bezos' wife.
No, I think it's one of the richest women in the world is actually J.K. Rowling's. The fucking author of Harry Potter.
Maybe.
I heard she was like up there.
I think it's Bezos' wife though. She got $43 billion when they freaking divorced.
She didn't do anything.
She got married to the guy and she was with him for 20 years.
Yeah.
If that's not the perfect thing to like play out a long game.
Yeah.
I'll be married to you. And if you make millions
or billions,
if you make billions or millions, just let it be known But I was here from the start, motherfucker. That's gotta be on a few people's minds when they're the other half.
She was like, I was blowing you when you still could barely afford to get his meals at McDonald's.
You remember when I was packaging shit for Amazon, motherfucker?
We were out of the garage and back when we had to go to blue light specials all the time.
And it's a thing, man. Like, I believe to a certain extent, if you do have somebody that's completely, pretty much financially dependent on you, you can't just throw them out because you're getting a divorce with them. There should be some sort of, like, something that they get to kind of get them on the road and stuff. But you can't justify half. I don't think you can justify it.
That's the,
Especially when you're a freaking rich person. Shoot. When you're poor, you can give them half of nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
or they'll just garnish your wages.
Eddie Murphy had that whole thing, it was hilarious, where he talked about the famous rich guys that get divorced and then their wives are gold diggers and they take all this money and you see guys going half. He did a whole thing about it, like Mel Gibson. Let's talk about Mel Gibson. No, Bill Burr was talking about the same thing about. It's like we have a real problem in America of gold digging whores ruining great men. And he talked about Mel Gibson. Like, do you hear one who's getting divorced
or Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah. You'll keep my wife's name in your fucking mouth, but Bill Burr's time.
It's Ghost Will Smith. Will Smith's gone to the grave and come back. Zombie Smith. Yeah, he talked about when Mel Gibson was getting divorced, he was freaking out when she took his Laker tickets and he was having a breakdown. He's like, my Laker tickets! There's a video recording of this Mel Gibson screaming for 5 minutes. There's a really great video of him arguing, and it was on the bonfire. It's him calling up his ex-wife, and he is fucking livid. He is losing his mind. And you can tell that she's recording him really hard because she's very calm on the other end. So she's
too calm for the situation.
Exactly. So he's just laying into her and he's like, you fucking whore. All you're good for is sucking my dick. And then she's like, Mel, don't say these things. They're not nice. It's freaking hilarious. But, catching people at their worst, man, it never looks good.
No.
Oh. If there's any lesson out there, folks, everybody has bad days. Don't judge everybody on the worst day of their life, but sometimes motherfuckers got to be judged too.
True. I mean, certain people in their bad.
That's why they made Judge Dredd.
True. It's true. Bob the laws, I am the law.
I am the law.
I'm actually a drunk Italian guy. I did porn movies in the 70s, and then I became a mythical hero of Philly.
Yep. He is the mythical hero of Philly.
Hell yeah.
He's still got a statue over there.
A statue of him on top of that staircase.
He could go into any bar in Philly and just do a few AOs and Adrian. You can go by Adrian's.
Hey, you deal some moolies out there? Hey.
He could retire and just never be famous again and live like a king in Philly.
Yeah, he's the king of Philly. He's the king of Philly. He's the king of Philly.
Rocky's the king of Philly. Oh, shit. It's not even Rocky. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone's the king of Philly, but he'll never be called Sylvester.
Yeah, he's Rocky there.
It'll be Rock.
It's the ghost of his coaches there. By the time I'm done with you, you're gonna crap lightning and shit thunder.
Yeah, Mickey, he's making him chase
piss
chickens
lightning
again.
and crap chicken. Yeah.
He's not fighting Spider Rico this time. You remember Spider Rico?
Yeah.
And the whole synopsis of his character, he actually ends up coming back and he works in Rocky's restaurant. Rocky had a restaurant in Rocky 6 or something, and Spider Rico was working with him. Yeah, he's working for him, but he's an old friend basically. He's like, remember those times we used to kill each other in the ring? And it's like, yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I have him over in the meatpacking plant, just punching entire sides of cows. Yep.
What else would have been funny to punch in a meat locker?
Babies.
Well, obviously babies, but I mean something like that a boxer would hit.
You could punch. I mean, slabs of meat's the obvious because you're a meat packing plant, but you could punch like.
What other plant would he be at? Like a Coca-Cola bottling factory?
Just punching glass.
He's just punching fucking 2 liters. Yeah, he's just bursting 2 liters.
That'd be a good one, or just having like hit giant sacks of rice.
Yeah,
and then he fucks up.
Pretty cool.
Because
and for some reason he starts doing Muay Thai, and it's like it makes sense now.
Oh, you must catch fly with your penis.
It's like, yo, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight, and then he's like kicking and shit in the ring.
Yeah, he's doing kung. Rocky Balboa's been training with Bruce Lee this whole time and didn't tell anyone.
Yep. Bruce Lee trained Rocky Balboa. That's a real fact. Take it to the bank, people.
That would be the one where Rocky Balboa trained with him right before he died in the early 70s.
Rocky's whole power was that he could take a ton of punches.
Yeah.
But that's not a really good boxing power.
No.
You know?
Did you do the rope-a-dope, which kind of based on what Muhammad Ali did?
Yeah, he'd bounce around a bit and he'd do some dancing and stuff, but he just took so much damage.
Like unnecessary amounts of damage.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I think it was the 4th one, or he comes back for the 5th one, and he's broke because Paulie lost all of his money, and he's got head trauma. He can't fight anymore. He's got head trauma and stuff.
He's too beaten up.
Yeah.
He's like Muhammad
the boxing
Ali.
Commissioner don't want him to fight no more. It's crazy.
It's pretty. I like how he just ranted about Rocky Balboa.
What's wrong with Rocky? Cheesesteaks and such. My brother's from Philly.
You told me.
That's funny.
I wouldn't mind visiting it for a day.
Shout out Old Bay. Old Bay seasoning. It's amazing. Everybody loves it on their crabs.
What's up, Samuel Adams beer, while we're at it?
Nah, that's a Boston thing. This is a Delaware thing, man. You gotta have Old Bay on your crabs. And if you don't know about it, now you do.
And you're another thing big over there? Lobster.
Lobsters.
Rock lobster. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum.
Trevor's been dying to take a rip into the microphone.
It makes a really cool sound.
Trevor likes to hear the sound of things.
Yes.
Shout out Chips Ahoy.
What's up, Chips Ahoy?
Chips Ahoy are great cookies. I hope they can sponsor us one day.
Shout out Nabisco. That's the parent company of all these things.
Who owns Nabisco? Let's follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money.
Some ritual guy somewhere.
Some white guy?
No, some Native American. No.
For real?
No. That'd be too cool. It's like, I don't need you casinos. I got the fucking empire of cookies. Many moons ago, Chips Ahoy rained down like a dry.
Oh man, those Keebler Elves ain't gonna be happy about that.
We had many war of Keebler Elves. We fight over, and then strange little men known as M&Ms would show up. Very strange.
We're losing track.
I know.
So
we can stop real quick and then do a stop and then keep recording if you want to.
Well, I mean, we can keep going, but
I'm
we
gonna
just
use
gotta...
the restroom real quick.
Okay, Trevor, bathroom break. Go
Do you
ahead.
just want to keep talking while I do
Yeah.
that?
I can talk.
Alright, just talk shit about me?
No, I won't talk shit about you. That'd be too easy. All right, everybody. So Chris Evans here. This is the first foray into podcasting for me and my friend. This is pretty interesting to us. I'm just a dude trying to be a dude disguised as another dude. No. Oh man, it's pretty interesting to get out here and just be able to talk to people that maybe are interesting and understand kind of what we're going through, I guess. Because we're just a couple of guys that are hardworking and trying to make a podcast. It's kind of stupid. I bet a lot of people do this. But I don't know. We're pretty damn funny, I think. Me and him tend to listen to a lot of comedy, and we spend a lot of time joking with each other. And I think in the base of everything, that'd make a really good, interesting podcast. And Return of the Trevor is coming down. He's made of bird seed.
Bunch of damn birds in here.
Don't let near hummingbirds. They'll drink his nectar and then they'll fuck his wife.
I'm not married, so it's okay.
It's all right.
Maybe I'll fuck their wives.
Trevor, you can't do that. Physics won't allow it.
You know.
Getting a blowjob from a hummingbird is just a needle in the dick.
Yeah. I can't move.
Don't move. Oh, man. There you go.
Blowjobs from hummingbirds.
Yep.
Here we go.
There we go.
This is stuff we really ponder.
Oh, man. So, we got together after a few hours, I think. Back to the mushroom story.
Oh, man. All right.
We got back together after hanging out by ourselves solitarily for a little bit. And we were both drinking at that point, kind of calming down. Trevor was playing guitar. And I, of course, went over there to go sit with him and chit-chat and talk. And then we came up with the idea after sitting there and just bullshitting for a bit. We were like, man, we got some stuff to say. And we thought a podcast would be a pretty good idea to kind of get it out there.
I got something to say. I killed a baby today, but it doesn't matter that much to me, as long as it's dead. Sweet caress. No. Last caress. Misfit song. Stoned.
Yeah, I know. That's the best part, man. We're running out of stuff to talk about because we didn't prepare as well. But that's something to talk about in itself. You know?
Sometimes you don't prepare in life. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't work out.
Well, I think when you get stoned, sometimes it really helps to do certain things. But man, you start to fade back. You're having a good time, you know, and that's a part of it. Yeah, I think it's effective. It's doing its job.
I don't know why you're talking about fade back, and all I could think about was the halftime show with 50 Cent trying to do those crunches upside down. He's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm too fat.
50 Cent at the halftime show was ridiculous.
He was like 350 at that point. He was a big boy.
It's just people trying to relive the glory days, bro.
Like, yeah, we're doing fancy, shitty imitations of trailers. Because, yeah, trailers.
You ever been to 8 Mile? It's like it's a movie.
So an angry white guy lives in a trailer park in Detroit.
He's raising his girl, and he's got his mama that's kind of a whore, but she's fucking this guy that's abusive.
And then he fucks Brittany Murphy's character in a giant warehouse.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, in 8 Mile.
No, the main character maybe.
Eminem's character.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
He fucks her. But yeah, his buddy fucks her too. That's a crazy part.
Cheddar Bob?
No. Wait, what? No. That'd be weird. You're like, hop in here, Cheddar Bob. He'd be like, all right, I got my dick all shot up. Let me go in there and help out. No, it wasn't. It was his friend from a while ago that was running with the other crew or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was helping her produce music, or I don't know. He was doing something in the background, and she ended up fucking him.
He was beating off in the background. It's
It was a whole thing, man.
There's a glory hole through the.
But
through the
Brittany
side.
Murphy, R.I.P. Man, she was hot.
She was hot, smoking hot.
Moment of silence for Brittany Murphy. All right. Yeah, man. No, it's
Dead
crazy,
people.
man, how life turns out and fucking you end up in certain places doing certain things. fucking happy as hell to be here doing this right now. It's pretty great.
I want to do a quick shout out to Christina Applegate.
Why?
Nah, the Hannibal Buress thing, where just out of nowhere, it's like awkward moment when Eric's done talking and Hannibal's like, quick shout out to Christina Applegate, and they're like, yay!
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Oh man.
Quick shout out to bananas. They're good for you.
Potassium, what's up?
The fuck's up, potassium?
Is there a lot of phallic shaped vegetables?
Fucking Michael, Christina's son, was telling me that bananas have now been classified as an herb.
No way. How is a banana an herb?
I don't know. I was like, I want facts. She's
Yeah,
like,
how did that happen?
She's like, no, I heard this fact for a video game. Like, come on, bro.
Video game?
Yeah, I was like, bro, Fruit Ninja. That was the name of the game. Going
No,
Fruit Ninja. I was like, that's bullshit, Michael.
That doesn't sound like a real thing.
It could be a game, Fruit Ninja. That also sounds like a porn site too. Fruit
We gotta
Ninja.
Google that.
It's like a gay Asian porno site.
Yeah, it's a vegetable, man. Or no, it's a fruit. It's a fruit.
What is it?
It's a fruit.
No, it's a mineral. You're eating rocks.
Everything's rocks eventually, man. It all goes back to the earth, brah.
Just don't smoke too many.
Smoke too many rocks.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know? If your like last moment on earth is sitting there with a crack rock, I bet you're smoking that shit.
Oh. There's a fucking... I remember on the bathroom in Lands, people would always just write funny shit.
Trevor used to work at this company that built cabinets.
Oh, man.
So you were in the bathroom.
And people would like write all kinds of funny shit. Like, there was like 3 different dudes that had a whole discussion.
Becky called a
good time. I mean, someone did that too. And also in the trailers that we'd load all the cabinets in, people would write funny shit on there too.
Of course.
A bunch of troglodytes being
Yeah, they'd go ahead and be like, "Oh, that's a funny one. What's the funnier ones?"
Yeah, I remember this poem where But I remember of rocks, they were like, move rocks, don't smoke them. Like, something like that.
Be like, for a good time, show up between 5 and 7. And it's like, I'm here between 5 and 7.
Well, and they're like, if you see a goat named Susie Q, you know you're in for a good time. But I remember they also had, like, full discussions about Epstein, like, on the bathroom. Someone would write, like, Epstein didn't kill himself. And then someone's like, oh, the whole system is making us think these things.
Yeah.
And then I was like, irregardless, what's up with crunchy peanut butter? Like, I just wrote some random bullshit. And then someone wrote below what I wrote, and someone like, y'all need Jesus or something.
It's weird, man. I mean, most of the bathrooms and stuff, whenever I was working a job, they would be mostly like dicks and swastikas. Like, it was real basic. Maybe somebody would sign their name or something.
There'd be sometimes
graffiti name. Or
sometimes
whatever.
a swastika would have a dick, or the dick would have a swastika tattooed on
I think
stuff.
dicks and swastikas go hand in hand sometimes because people are always just drawing them everywhere.
Yeah. Dicks and swastikas, I mean.
Dicks and swastikas.
Dicks and swastikas.
It's always a thing.
I mean, why do you think fucking Hitler was doing this all the time? Just like an erection.
It's an erection, dude.
Yeah.
He's fully aroused. He's
fully aroused for the German people.
Hello. Yeah, Germans are some freaks. Shout out Germany, y'all some freaks.
Shout out weird European porn scenes. Yeah.
Germany's got some crazy porn, man.
They do.
I don't know from personal experience.
A lot of weird
things. But a friend of mine. A
lot of weird things with gimp suits and latex.
That's one of my favorite jokes Chris Farley ever did. Was when he was on Happy Gilmore. It was Billy Madison. He was the bus driver.
I've never actually seen that movie.
Oh man, that is a movie I gotta show you. But there's a scene where he's like talking about this really hot girl, and he goes, "That Veronica Vaughn, she is one piece of ass." I know from personal experience. And then Adam Sandler's character goes, no, you don't. And he goes, no, I don't. And he goes, but a friend of mine got it on with her. Or my friend got it on with her. And he goes, no, they didn't. And he goes, no, they didn't. But you can imagine what it'd be like if they did, huh? It's so stupid. He's like, hypothetically, my buddy's hooking up with this girl.
Like, that's some Peter Griffin shit right there.
He's like, everybody on the bus. All right, good. He gets on there. He's like, no yelling on the bus.
This is a fucking library on wheels. Check out your books and shut the fuck up. Oh, shit.
Chris Farley's the man. Oh, dude, this has been really good. We're rocking and rolling here at 40-minute mark.
Yeah, we could stop at an hour and save it. Cruising for cruising.
Bruising for cruising.
You could also play background music, too, if you want, as well.
What's background music?
Well, like the phone, if you set it right here, catches it pretty well.
Interesting. Yeah, man.
So if we wanted to, like, play, like, our theme song, we could do that.
Okay.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll have
like as we get started to the sound of like the bong rip, and then the cowboy song as the bong's being hit.
You know what we should probably do? We should record an opening song.
Yeah.
Me on the harmonica, you on the guitar.
We could do that.
And then at the end, we'll end it with a bong rip.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like Dave Chappelle, like the old blues player.
Yeah,
Chappelle show. Guy in harmonica, another guy guitar.
Yeah, let's rip off Dave Chappelle. That seems to work a lot lately.
Well, now people are trying to rip him up, and I guess you know what I mean. He's
this dude tried to tackle him. Did you see the pictures of him?
I saw the video of him getting of Dave Chappelle getting tackled. I saw the video.
Dude, there's photos of, or there's video of the dude that attacked him getting put onto an ambulance, and his arm's all fucking crooked and shit. They like broke this dude's arm and beat the shit out of him on one side of his face. Like his other side of his face was normal. The other half. And
that was all security guards and shit?
I think so. If somebody tried to attack me while I was on stage, I'd probably go back there and ask them why they did it. And then if they didn't have a good answer, I'd probably kick them in the face and then probably just let it be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Dave Chappelle's trying to sue the guy.
Well, people are nuts, man. That guy ran up there. He had a fucking gun and shit. He was crazy.
A lot of crazy folks out there.
You can't go attacking people that are telling jokes, man. People need to stop acting like they're fucking justice warriors.
Social justice warriors.
No, it's this vigilantism, man, where everybody's trying to be a cop.
Or an Avenger. Some guys attract like fucking superheroes now. It's like, dude, you're not
stupid.
Batman.
No, it's stupid.
You're Frank that works at the gas station. Chill out.
Yeah, Frank that works at the gas station.
I know where they are. Where are they?
Yeah, what's up, Batman?
Batman. You think you can solve all the problems and save your city?
Stop speaking into my cup. I love how you pick up my cup.
That's what I had.
Go get your own cup and talk into it.
I didn't know I was going to do the baby.
Still have water in there, man.
I'm sorry.
This asshole.
I'm sorry.
You're lucky I'm not a germaphobe.
Hello there. I just wanted the Bane voice.
Ugh. What the fuck, Trevor? That was weird.
Got cooties.
Yeah, man.
Sorry.
No, it's people that think they're going to change the world by doing something dramatic or drastic. People need to stop fucking acting like they're the center of attention.
True.
We're all just people. Huh?
I'm just going to grab my water.
Oh, yeah, no. I guess people in general, though, man, everybody feels like they're the center of their own world, you know? That's what having self is, I think.
There's a lot of times where if you don't take care of yourself, you will die.
Yeah, if you don't take care of yourself, you'll die. I think it's all about mental states too, man. You know, some people have the capacity to fix some things in themselves, and some people don't, and they choose to kind of live a certain way. Some people are just assholes, man. Some people just meet the fucking credits for fucking being an asshole. You know, they don't learn and they just continue to do stupid behavior. You know, it's hard to change people. You can always have fun with them.
Sometimes. I don't know. Have you ever tried to party with Mormons before? Not that fun.
I mean, dude, you imagine going to the wildest Mormon party, though?
No.
Like, what would the wildest Mormon party be?
All the guys all have multiple wives, so polygamy is totally a thing. There's herds of children because they've all had like 6 kids of each of their multiple wives, so they're just there's an army of children running around.
Spice, wine, and pickles.
Why? Well, that's more like the Puritan thing, little too far west Puritans, but you know, maybe like to throw down like it's 1692, like it's the Salem witch trials again.
Throw down like it's Utah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck is up, Salt Lake City?
What's up, Salt Lake City? You're invaded.
Yeah, I've been to Salt Lake City. I've been to Utah a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't been to southern Utah. I'd like to because they have all those cool rock formations down there. I've seen pictures. They look pretty dope. Someday. But I'd want to go in the winter time because there are floods, but it does get pretty fucking hot in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the desert needs an air conditioner.
Just a gigantic air conditioner.
Yeah, man. Why can't we build that? What the fuck?
That sounds like some shit Donald Trump would suggest. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna build an air conditioner
in the desert. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best fan.
It's gonna be the biggest. It's gonna be the tallest. It's gonna be the fastest. It's like it doesn't need to be fast. It needs to be fast.
The fastest. Well, what about birds that run into it? Well, fuck them. They're gay.
Yeah, no, Donald Trump definitely could be a hell of a salesman. He'd just talk people down.
Yep.
He'd be like, I don't know what this guy did, but he just mind melded me. I couldn't walk away. He kept trying to talk to me.
Look, you invest in the black market for organs. It's a good thing. People need organs. Hey, you need to buy a liver, but I don't drink. Doesn't matter. It's gonna be the best liver.
In an alternate universe, Donald Trump works as a what? He's not a rich guy. His dad was never a real estate mogul.
I could see him as just like
maybe a salesman,
like a used car salesman.
Used car salesman, yeah.
But not a big one, but like
a small lot.
They're struggling,
with like 30 to 40 cars.
Struggling, yeah.
And he's selling lemons to everybody.
Yeah.
He's just selling.
They're
shit
struggling.
cars.
Yeah, they're a struggling business. Yeah. They're all just like old shit.
Well, no, he's got to own it. He's got to own the shitty dealership, and he's got to like swear up and down that it's the biggest and best.
And it's like 40-year-old Datsuns that are always blowing up and shit.
Exactly.
It's just some bullshit. It's like this Honda that just never wants to start, and you're just like, God
Somebody
damn it.
goes to buy the car, and they're like, what kind of engine does it got? Engine? What are you talking about? That doesn't come with the car.
I am a used car salesman, and we have the best cars. Our cars run off potatoes.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I'm telling you, we have the best potatoes that make the best types of energy. Potatoes run the best cars. Just Donald Trump is telling you that potato run cars.
I don't know, man.
And he's like in some shitty desert town where like Beck would do a music video, like where it's at.
I could see him in like Arizona.
Yeah, and like Beck is rolling through like 2 turntables and a microphone where it's at because he'd be in some small shitty desert town.
Yeah, no. So Beck's playing at the other car dealership
right across the street. Yeah, it's a small little town in the desert.
Yeah, this is like an 80s thing.
Oh yeah,
it's an 80s sitcom. So Beck's coming to town, and he's taking all the people away from Donald Trump's used car lot.
You don't have the best music. It's terrible. Your wife is a dog, an ugly dog. You're selling that to Beck. Shit, and you know what? Your
He's
mother.
He's gonna build the wall. He's gonna build the biggest and best wall around his car dealership to keep out all the riffraff.
And he's always gonna get a constant supply of Big Macs and fucking McRibs because he's a McDonald's.
He's got like the craziest commercials on TV.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's like, "Come on down to Donald Trump's used auto sales, where we got the best deals in town. I mean, the greatest, the best."
I could see him trying to do like
you want to go over there. You want to go to the Honda dealership.
Nah, you want to go.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Get out of here.
You're probably gay. This is
Gotta do a Donald Trump try.
This is the Donnie's used auto lot.
That's how he's gonna be remembered, man. When he goes broken poor and his family's ridiculed for the rest of forever, he's gonna be remembered as like a comedic voice. He's just gonna be. Everybody's gonna do a Donald Trump every once in a while.
And you're just like,
it's the best. It's the funniest.
Hey, like, you know what we should do if that hurricane? We'll send a nuke. I'll make the biggest explosion. Put out the hurricane.
Can you imagine trying to blow up a hurricane?
With a nuke?
Can you imagine?
Well, what the chaos that would happen? Just a nuke explosion. Like, can you imagine saying that in New Orleans?
Everywhere.
He's like, I'll make sure New Orleans doesn't get flooded, and shoots a nuke right in front of it. Boom. That'd be ridiculous. Just all of radiation just fucking goes right through New Orleans in the swamp. You get zombie gators.
What's another one? You got to think of another one. Donald Trump's other job besides used auto salesman.
I feel like he would do something with. I can see him as an actor. Well, he does that.
He's not a real actor.
Okay.
But I could see another one here.
Ooh.
Strip club owner.
Oh. No.
Strip club owner.
Strip club owner. I could also see him as a jester, like the medieval times.
Well, now you're time traveling. I'm just saying, alternate universe. What kind of job?
Well, you're already doing going to a different universe. Why can't we travel a different time?
Okay, so think of this. In like the multiverse theory, there's a lot of us that are all the same person,
but they're
all different jobs and
they're all also long different periods of time. Like we're not running on the same course of time.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
All right, so leave.
But you're talking about multiverse is a theory too.
I was just saying, in another universe, what does he do as a job?
He is a barista. Donald Trump, the barista.
He sells the shittiest coffee at the best prices.
Can you imagine him as a barista?
He's just ripping everybody off.
This is going to be the best cappuccino. Best cappuccino. Their cappuccino, crap. Terrible. This cappuccino, the best. That's why I sell it for the highest price.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Donald Trump, the barista. That'd be funny. And he'd always be just eating all the cookies all the time.
I think of him as a strip club owner at a
that would be funny as fuck
at
too.
a real shitty strip club
Grabbed by the pussy.
in like exactly somewhere in like New Jersey or some shit. Yeah, he'd be up in Jersey. And
he'd be in some like the Atlantic City or some shit like that.
He'd just have the roughest gals, but he'd just be talking them up to everybody. He'd be like, "No, she's the greatest. She's had a couple kids, but she's ready to go."
Best blowjobs. Gives the best suck. But what the mouths do, it sucks.
Oh, man.
Donald Trump, the strip club owner, too. That could just be where we just... Like, what do you think you do in a different universe? Like, he would be someone that trims bonsai trees at a monastery.
All right, real quick. Will Smith in a different universe. What does he do? What does Will Smith do in the different universe?
Oh,
he's not married to Jada Pinkett Smith. She's not ruining his life.
He's not an actor. He's just regular Will Smith.
No actor.
I feel like he would be a guy that would run a YMCA.
I like that.
In Philly.
Okay,
in Philly.
I like that.
Village people would always be in the background, but yeah.
I like that.
He runs a YMCA for troubled youth.
I'm going to go with teacher.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was a teacher.
I can see that too, like a PE teacher. Like a
7th grade teacher or something. He teaches
PE
like
or
science or something. And all the girls got like a little crush on him or something. Yeah, he's Mr. Smith.
And the guys think he's super cool and want to be like him.
Yeah. He plays basketball after.
He's also the basketball coach too.
Yeah.
You know, teachers will also be the
He's
coach.
the assistant basketball coach.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. Will Smith in another universe.
Yeah, middle school teacher that's also a coach.
And he gets caught screwing around with another teacher.
True.
Yeah, he gets caught screwing around with like the math teacher for like the 4th grade or something. She's real hot.
Yeah, or the 7th grade. I mean, depending on the school, unless it's like kindergarten through 8th.
I don't know, maybe
K through 8. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
You imagine, and it's all in the papers, the local papers. It's like local teacher Mr. Smith is involved in an incident with another teacher, Mrs. Jones.
I don't think there's me and
Mrs.
Jones. We should play that shit.
Oh man, so we got about 4 minutes left. Trevor, how do you think this first run went, man?
Good. Maybe we can just have stuff when we're prepared. Maybe I'll have my guitar and you can have the harmonica.
Yeah, man. I think not having the harmonica, but I think having you have the guitar would be nice. Because you can play little riffs and you can hop in and do little guitar strums and stuff.
Yeah, I'm used
and
to
that would be nice, you know, a little music element. You can play some tunes.
I'm used to doing that. I could do that.
Yeah, I think we talked about some pretty dope stuff, and this will have to be listened back to tomorrow. I'm gonna actually spend some time listening back to it, and thinking of things that maybe we can improve on.
You should also listen to the Drugs in the Graveyard. The rest of it. It's funny.
I'm gonna give it a listen, man. I got all day tomorrow.
You'll laugh because we go through Wolf and then we end up into Scientology. We talk about Scientology.
Of course.
And it's
Scientology. It's not about science.
Not at all. It's about how much money you can give them.
They stole like the best name for a religion based on science.
Scientology. Because there's also the Christian Scientists, which is a sect of the Protestant church. I've heard of them. They're weird. They
I have heard of them too.
Yeah. They're pretty much like Baptists, but they say they take a more scientific approach to how they study the Bible or some bullshit.
What I don't understand is why people get so caught up, with religious differences. Like different Baptist versus Catholic and Judas versus.
It's like the whole thing, like Judaism. It's pie in the sky, not cake in the sky. Just like minor things.
I don't know, man, but it's weird. People are just like
Jesus likes strawberries.
About the Bible, they have to be right because if they're not right, then everything else is wrong.
Then life is a lie.
Life is a lie, and you're wrong, and I'm wrong, and they're wrong.
Oh yeah, no, it's
can't accept reality if this is true.
It's funny when you like ask them questions they don't know how to answer and they just get all weird on you.
Yeah,
I've done that before. Like ask them some shit like, well, what about all the people that lived in this part of the world that didn't know about Jesus? Never heard his words. You're telling me they're fucked just because they happen to live over here?
Well, not if they get over to religion real quick. And I mean, they got to find a church stat, bro. And they got to confess some sins.
So say you have some Cheyenne 3,000 years ago. They didn't know, oh, fuck them because they didn't know?
Nope, you can't go to heaven, bro. You're not on the list.
You're gonna have to just.
You imagine heaven just being a fucking club?
Yeah.
You're not on the list, bro. It's like, so what am I supposed to wait around in purgatory? And it's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do, bro, but you're not on the list. He's like, where do you want me to go? And it's like, you're gonna get out of here right now, or else you're going to hell.
They let people that confess right before they die, like Jeffrey Dahmer. He gets in real quick, and I was like, but that guy was a murderer and a cannibal and a rapist. Like,
somehow he's on the list.
He's on the list. He gets in. They let Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, he's on the list somehow.
But all the Ned Flander types, they aren't let in. They're like, but I have church for the last 30 years. Like, well,
Well, Trevor, I've had a great time. This has been amazing, and I wanted to thank you so much for everything you've done getting this ready and helping it go along. And you've been awesome, man. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the support.
Appreciate it. And I'm going to enjoy some of this dope dinner he made. He made some good dinner.
And we're out.
And we're out.